Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emma and today we are watching Money Heist Korea Joint Economic Area Season 1 Episode 3. If you want to watch our uncuts to this reaction, the link to the Patreon will be down below. Okay, so last episode, the police haven't made too much progress in their attempt to get into the Min. I have to say they've been trying. They've been trying very hard, and the negotiator was one of my favourites last episode. She was making really good progress. She had the idea of... See, I'm not good at all this, so I'm going to butcher my analysis of this, but it's to do with the phone signals and the pylons that detect other mobile phones and smart devices, and she basically told everyone to turn their phones off, and then they'll be able to detect any smart devices in the Mint, so they can, track and all of that police stuff, which I have no clue about. It did happen, and our director instructed his mistress to go into his office and get his smartwatch, which was a great idea, but he was getting her to do all his day work, which I don't like. Just for the record, not a fan of the director. He's a bit... I don't know what it is about him, but he gets everyone else to do the work for him, and I think with his line of work, being a director, he's used to that. He's used to bossing people around and using them as collateral damage, pretty much. Like, we saw that last episode when there was a small group of them and they were mining down with the digger, and he hurt that man, to slip out the room and get help, or whatever he was doing, was just trying to escape. And you see how he leads people to believe he's on their side, but really he's just out for himself. And I hate those kind of people. So yeah, not a big fan of the director. His mistress, I'm so sorry, I keep forgetting her name, but I really like her. She's one of my favourites, and we saw last episode with everything that transpired with her in Denver. Denver's taken quite a liking to her. She's given the excuse that she's pregnant and using that to her advantage, and getting some foods, having excuses whenever she's in these situations where she could get in serious trouble. And she retrieved the smartwatch for the director, so she had a lot going on, and Denver was really sympathetic, and I don't know how I feel about it. We saw when he had a conversation with his father, he has some mummy issues, we'll say. Unfortunately, his mother, I think, walked out on him as a child, and his father brought him up solely, which is devastating, and you can see that it really has influenced his approach to dealing with the mistress. He sort of put himself in her shoes, and really sympathised with her, and I really wasn't expecting it at all. He was genuinely taking care of her, giving her food, not ratting her out or anything. And that brings us to the final scene where she had the watch on her, and word got out. The professor had his lunch with the negotiator, and he sensed that there was something wrong and uncovered there was a smartwatch in the building. Berlin, being the dictator he is at the moment, made everyone line up, and she hid it in her top and made the director metal detect everyone. And it was fine. It was completely fine until the watch slipped and it landed on the floor, and oh my god, it's the worst luck in the world. But Elaine, as expected, went crazy and gave a gun to Denver and ordered him to kill her. Him and Rio were very against it, and we saw in the last episode those two are very slack when it comes to authority. Not like Berlin at all, who's a hardened man and was brought up in a prison. He had a very traumatic childhood, and as sad as that is, doesn't excuse what he's doing to people. And the professor behind all of this was strict when he said, no violence, no deaths. It's, you know, we're just there to get the money. We don't want to hurt anybody. We're not like that. But Berlin, he's taken a much more higher role in all of this. He's sort of leading the troops, and he's used to getting his way. You know, when he broke out the prison, he got everyone out. And no one quite understands him. He's the world's most wanted man, and he's got that title for a reason. He's not gonna negotiate. He's gonna do things his own way, as he's always known, which makes him a very scary man. But Denver did take the mistress aside, and he's at war with himself when he's alone with her. He's like, he keeps thrusting the gun in her face and's like, tell me you're pregnant, you're lying, aren't you, and all of this shit. And we're just here watching this like, come on. Like, oh, it's so frustrating. But he did fire the gun, but I don't think he shot her. I think he shot the wall behind her and, you know, made it sound like obviously he shot and killed her. I'm hoping with this episode that Denver just sort of lets her go in that room on her own, and just get her away from all of this, show some sympathy. That's the ideal result, but I don't think he killed her. Are we gonna get another backstory to a character like we did with Berlin last episode? I wanted that. Seeing each of the criminals' backstories of how they became who they are. Looks like we're getting Denver and Moscow, I think he called himself. Fresh out of prison. Is that the professor? Yeah, it is, no?
한번 합류하기를 결정하시면 되돌릴 수 없으니까 신중하게 고민해 보시고.
됐고. 와입시다.
This is how he's recruited him.
조건이 있는데.
Well, that was easy.
한 놈만 낀 가주소.
He gets his son in.
모스크바는 곧장 덴버를 찾아갔지만
한 개만 하자.
Yeah, it's gonna land you in a whole lot of trouble.
살 맞은 인생 한 번에 쪽낼 수 있는 건수다. 이제 니도 사람답게 한번 살아봐야 되지 않겠나? 안 그랬나? 내가 이 자식.
He thinks like this is gonna solve all his life's problems. I don't think so. Oh god, did he actually do it then? Oh god, he actually did! Okay, I take back my last statement. You've got to punish him. That's not gonna be enough. He doesn't care for her.
기를 수가 있습니까? 위험할 것 같으니까 윤내리 시켜. 들키니까 모른 척했지 않습니까? 말 똑바로 해. 시킨 게 아니라 미선이가
Yes, you did. Even after her death, he's assigning blame to someone else. How could you do this, Denver? I thought you... Oh. I thought you wouldn't do it. I wonder if Denver has actually killed anyone before. He did, like, gambling. I don't know if he ever killed anyone.
본보기를 보이지 않으면 인질들이 또 선을 넘까.
선을 넘은 건 너야. 교수도 알아야 하지
He's
않겠어?
crossed a line. How could he do this?
두 번만 알아가자.
Berlin is literally like... And now they're all turning on them. He's got his little crew. Berlin is literally a man of his own now. He's recruited these... Ugh. And the professor can see all of it. There is cameras. He can see the divide. I think she's now realising that they're not all equals anymore. She's alive! She's alive! Oh, he shot... Where did he shoot? Her leg? Yes! Denver, my opinion of you has gone off a little bit. Oh, he didn't even want to hurt her.
진짜로 맞으면 진짜 존나게 아플 낀데 참을 수 있겠나?
괜찮아요. 빨리 와, 빨리.
좋다. 한번 해보자고. 야 쏜다. 이 진짜 억수로 아플 끼대. 이 물어라. 야 준비됐나? 이깡 물어라.
Oh! Oh, the 5. Jesus Christ! Oh! Oh! Holy shit. That looks so painful. Why did she choose the thigh? Denver, stop looking!
이대로 둬선 안 되겠어.
Yes, they know.
리더 자리에서 끌어내려야지. 근데 그러려면 먼저
He's the head.
헬싱키랑 오슬로 두 녀석을 먼저 처리해야 돼.
See, they're planning a rival of their own.
미안하지만 모스크바는 따로 중요한 임무가 있어. 우리를 다시 세상과 연결해줄 탈출로를 만드는 거야.
Yeah, that's why they're digging. It's an escape. I thought it was.
가짜 탈출로야.
그 사람
I'm kind of shipping these two. It's really sweet how he's like helping her when he's not supposed to. But I'm just a sucker for couples.
이 북한놈들이 반란을 일으키다.
This guy needs to stop.
이 차가 제대로 좀 봐주게.
이러지 마. 지금 실수하는 거야.
Oh, okay. Jesus.
일들이 사지로 만났다만 각오하는 게 좋을 거야.
I like these guys. They're standing up for each other. This director is just out for himself. What is she doing? Oh yeah, her plan. Ah, she locked it. Yes! Come on, Denver.
토비.
Teletubby? Oh god.
토비 새끼.
Oh my god. I'm lit. Oh my god.
총 내려놔. 헬싱키.
발생한 지 3일째지만 아직까지 소강 상태가
3 days! This is crazy how it's lasting this long. Did the professor really think it would be that easy to just take over the mint? Like, he looks, like, stressed that this is happening. Like, what did he expect? Or did he try and call a negotiator? But she ain't interested in a relationship. What's What is he doing? He's getting through!
들어가시면 안 된다니까요. 그러니까요. 지금 서무진 경감님께 드릴 말씀이 있어서 그래요. 개인적인 용무입니다. 잠깐만.
Oh my god!
서로 씨. 이게 무슨?
우재 씨, 저 이거 어머니 전화.
알면 화낼 텐데.
This guy is creepy.
당신 왜 애를 데려가? 접근 건지 몰라?
미나 꼬셔서 또 무슨 수작을 부리려는 건지 몰라도
수작이라니 말이 심하네. 그냥 오랜만에 애 얼굴 한번 보는 것뿐이야.
Restraining order
있으니까
though.
경찰 부르기 전에 돌려보내.
지금 당장
글쎄 그 밥만 먹고 헤어질 거니까.
괜히
I'm
일거리를
scared
만들지
for her.
말자.
선우 씨랑은 상관없는 일이니까 아까 얘기 못 들은 걸로 해주세요.
미안해요.
Yeah, he's trying to get information out of her.
곤란했을 때.
The professor really wanted to know more there. You can see he was just digging for information.
그래도 덕분에 여기는 이렇게 아주 완벽하게 돌아가고 있어.
뭐? 완벽? 지금 완벽이라고 한 거야?
아 하긴 우리 중 누군가의 신원이
경찰에 유출됐을지도 모르는 상황이니까 이거 아주 완벽하다고만 할 수 없까지.
Yeah, nothing's very perfect right now, is it?
경찰에서 리우랑 나르비 신상 확보했어.
Oh, it was Nairobi. This is a mess. A
빛나는
real
엄마가
big mess.
아들내미가 강도질한다는 뉴스 보면 참으로 좋아.
진짜가.
Did you not just hear him? Berlin told him to do it. Your anger should be directed at Berlin, not your son, who she isn't actually dead.
조폐국 문이 열립니다.
Oh my god, the hostages can literally escape! Moscow has gone, oh, he just wants to escape himself. He's turning himself in.
비무장이요. 인질인가?
제가 나갈게요.
한 명 더 나온다. 아빠 법칙이가 아빠 얼굴 가려야 된다. 가면을 썼고 무장 상태입니다.
He's trying to cover his face. Okay. This isn't gonna work. They're advancing really quick. What are they doing? They're all coming out. What is going on? What is Berlin's plan? To just put everyone in a mask? Oh, he's guarding them! Oh, do they want Moscow and Denver to back in and they'll keep watch? The director's him?
애미도 안될 것 같지? 국장님 그러다 총 맞아요. 진짠치만 말하라니까. 말자 들어가자고. 진지할 시간 없다.
They're literally fighting right in front of everyone. This is embarrassing.
야야, 너 와이라노. 움직이지 마, 이 새끼들아. 움직이면 쏜다. 움직이지 마. 알파 준비. 알파 준비.
Uh-oh. The director may have saved all their lives! Or not. Hit the director! Do they think... Wow! This episode has been crazy! I did not expect Moscow to open the doors. Oh, if he just listened to his son, he would have heard that Denver actually didn't kill her. It's all been unfolding in this last 10 minutes, and I have to say I've been loving it. Jesus, okay, my opinion of the director has kind of changed in those last few minutes. He may have just saved some of the people there. Like, it was a ballsy move. He literally commanded all of them to just put their guns down. That would be great because the police could come in and arrest all of them. And, you know, obviously work out who's one of the suspects and who isn't. That would be very tough to do, but you could clearly see the people that have criminal records. Oh my gosh, but the negotiator told them to fire at the director. I mean, I'm not too mad, but he wasn't one of the criminals. But he was a dick. Ugh. He might still be alive. We'll see what happens, I suppose. But he did a very noble thing of trying to save himself, but indirectly doing that, he was saving a couple victims in that little triangle they'd formed. And they could arrest some of the suspects. Helsinki, Tokyo, Rio, Denver, Moscow, they were all there. So if they captured them, that would be a huge plus. As they would be safe, but also they could put a stop to all of this. I just think this whole plan has gone completely out the window, and I just want all this to be over. I don't want anyone more to die. Like, at the start, I thought, it's so hard because I don't know whose side to be on in this, because, you know, it's cool that they're there to steal money, I suppose. That's the premise of the show. But I also don't want any of the hostages to die, so I'm kind of on their side. I'm interested to know, actually, in the comments down below, tell me whose side you're on, because I feel like I'm in a dilemma, because I kind of want them to get the money, you know, but also these victims, they're all there, risk of danger. I don't know who to root for in this. So yeah, put your thoughts down below. I'll be reading the comments. I'll be so interested to find out what you think, because I find myself at like a moral dilemma watching this show. Like, I feel like myself crazy for wanting them to get the money, you know, the criminals. Why would I want criminals to get money? But they've all, you know, made this elaborate plan. You sort of want them to win it. So yeah, that's my dilemma. But can't believe Moscow still actually opened the doors. I can't believe he had the balls to do it. I didn't think he'd try something like that, all because he thought his son killed a woman. He wanted to turn himself in. I don't really know what the logic is there. But anyway, Berlin. Crazy nutjob alert. He's literally a dictator that does not care for any of their lives. Anyone other than himself. He's literally just telling everybody what to do, regardless if the professor cares or not. He's taking charge, and the professor can't do anything. He tried going up to the gates, and he got himself through with the excuse of the negotiator's mother, you know, good excuse. And he got an eyeful of what was going on in there. But that didn't really help them much. All it did was sort of confirm that they know Nairobi and Rio are identified. That's all they really knew, and that kind of backfired on Tokyo because everyone wants to side with Berlin and carry on with the plan that he had. So everyone's in a lot of battle with themselves and with each other because they don't know what to do. This is an organised mess. No clarity or anything amongst any of them. It's just Berlin versus everyone right now. The professor has no authority at all. His credibility has gone. Berlin is now known as the psychopath, but everyone is too afraid to go against him. Even his own little posse of Oslo and Helsinki. Oh, I just don't know what to make of it anymore. I'm excited for next episode though, because I want to know how this ends. You know, we've got these people outside, you've got people indoors, the Mint. How is this going to work out? I have a feeling Berlin's just going to shut the doors to the Mint and literally let them all go. Because what can they do? It's a minefield. I have no clue what's going to happen now. She was called Yin something, but I don't want to say her name incorrectly. So I do just refer to her as the mistress, I'm sorry. But she's still in that room, wounded, bleeding out. I really hope they get police in and save her life. It's only a matter of hours, days, that she has left. She needs antibiotics and medical treatment. And I hope she survives this, because she's a fighter. She's gone this long. And I hope she makes it out alive. So that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching my reaction to Money Heist Korea Joint Economic Area Season 1 Episode 3. If you want to watch our uncuts to this reaction, the link to Patreon will be down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time for Episode 4. Bye!